हेलो, स्वागत है आपका इस यूट्यूब चैनल प्लेटफॉर्म पर, जिसकी वीडियो सीरीज में आज आप जानेंगे एक बहुत ही फेमस मॉडर्न इंडियन राइटर अमिताभ घोष के बारे में और उनके लाइफ एंड वर्क को भी। प्लीज़ स्टेप बाय स्टेप सभी पॉइंट्स को नोट करते रहें, क्योंकि यह आपके लिए UGCNET, सेट, PhD एंट्रेंस टेस्ट, MPPSC असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर, RPSC असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर, HPPSC असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर एंड सो ऑन, इस तरीके से कई भी एग्ज़ाम आप देने वाले हैं, उनमें बहुत ही ज़्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट होने वाले हैं ये पॉइंट्स। अमिताभ घोष का जन्म 11 जुलाई 1956 को कलकत्ता में हुआ था। उनकी शिक्षा देहरादून के दून स्कूल में हुई थी। वह भारत, बांग्लादेश और श्रीलंका में पले बड़े थे। दून में उनके समकालीनों में लेखक विक्रम सेठ और इतिहासकार राम गुहा शामिल थे। स्कूल में रहते हुए वह नियमित रूप से दून स्कूल वीकली, तब सेठ द्वारा संपादित चलता था, कथा और कविता का योगदान देते थे और गुहा के साथ मिलकर हिस्ट्री टाइम्स पत्रिका की स्थापना भी की थी। दून के बाद उन्होंने सेंट स्टीफन्स कॉलेज और दिल्ली स्कूल ऑफ इकोनॉमिक्स से डिग्री प्राप्त की, जो दोनों विश्वविद्यालय का हिस्सा भी बन करके आई थी। घोष ने ब्रिटिश सामाजिक मानव विज्ञानी पीटर लीनहॉर्ट की देखरेख में ऑक्सफोर्ड के सेंट एडमंड हॉल में सामाजिक नवविज्ञान में D.Phil पूरी करने के लिए इन लैक्स फाउंडेशन छात्रवृत्ति जीती थी। मानव विज्ञान और भूगोल संकाय में किए गए उनके शोध प्रबंध का शीर्षक था एक मिस्र के ग्रामीण समुदाय में आर्थिक और सामाजिक संगठन के संबंध में रिश्तेदारी, और 1982 में प्रस्तुत किया है। घोष वर्तमान में अपनी पत्नी डेबोरा वेकर के साथ न्यूयॉर्क में रहते हैं, जो लारा राइडिंग की जीवनी इन एक्सट्रीमिस और द लाइफ ऑफ लारा राइडिंग 1993 की लेखिका हैं और लिटिल ब्राउन एंड कंपनी में वरिष्ठ संपादक के रूप में भी हैं। उनके 2 बच्चे हैं, जिनका नाम, एक का नाम लीला है और एक नाम नयन है। चलिए स्टार्ट करते हैं उनके बारे में। कुछ जो पॉइंट्स इंपॉर्टेंट हैं, जो अक्सर एग्जाम में पूछे जाते हैं या पूछे जाएंगे भी। अमिताभ घोष, born 11 July 1956, is an Indian writer. He won the 15th Gyanpith Award in 2018, India's highest literary honor. Ghosh ambitious novels use complex narrative strategies to probe the nature of national and personal identity, particularly of the people of India and South Asia. He has written historical fiction and non-fiction works discussing topics such as colonialism and climate change. He served for 20 days from 15 January to 4 February 1985 as the 16th governor of the Reserve Bank of India. रिजर्व बैंक ऑफ इंडिया के गवर्नर भी रहे हैं। His term was the shortest ever served by any Reserve Bank of India governor. India's author and India's wordsmith बोला गया इनको। अमिताभ घोष is a man known for weaving extraordinary themes such as nationality, diaspora, memory, and communal violence into his work. Ghosh studied at the Doon School, Dehradun, and earned a doctorate in social anthropology at the University of Oxford. He worked at the Indian Express newspaper in New Delhi and several academic institutions. His first novel, The Circle of Religion, was published in 1986, which he followed with later fictional works including The Shadow Lines and The Glass Palace. Between 2004 and 2015, he worked on the Ibis trilogy, which revolves around the build-up and implications of the First Opium War. His non-fiction work includes In an Antique Land, non-fictional work है 1992, and The Great Derangement, Climate Change, and The Unthinkable 2016. Amitabh Ghosh has won many accolades for his fiction that is keenly intertwined with history. His fiction is characterized by strong themes that may be sometimes identified as historical novels. His themes involve immigration, exile, cultural displacement, and uprooting. He illuminates the basic ironies, deep seated ambiguities, and existential dilemmas of a human condition. He in one of the interviews has observed nobody has the choice of stepping away from history. And second time, he said, for me, the value of the novel as a form is that it is able to incorporate elements of every aspect of life history, natural history, rhetoric, politics, beliefs, religion, family, love, sexuality. Amitav Ghosh success as a historical novelist whose much to the distinctiveness of his researched narratives. He remarkably manifests a beyond era and vanished experiences to life through vividly realized detail. His notable works, The Shadow Lines, The Glass Palace, Ibis Trilogy, The Great Derangement, etc. The better reference in this context is his celebrated second novel, The Shadow Lines. 1988, which was published 4 years after the sectarian violence that shook New Delhi in the aftermath of the Prime Minister Mrs. Indira Gandhi. द शैडो लाइन जो लिखी है 1988 में प्रधानमंत्री श्रीमती इंदिरा गांधी के निधन के बाद नई दिल्ली को हिला देने वाली सांप्रदायिक हिंसा के 4 साल बाद प्रकाशित हुआ था. This constitutes a logical background in the novel, and it makes readers probe various hammering facets of violence. यह उपन्यास एक तार्किक पृष्ठभूमि का निर्माण करता है और यह पाठकों को हिंसा के विभिन्न पहलुओं की जांच करने के लिए प्रेरित करता है. His treatment of violence in Calcutta and Dhaka in this novel is valid even today. Calcutta and Dhaka. Next novel, The Glass Palace, 2000, is a historical novel of Indian writer Amitav Ghosh. The novel is set in Burma, Bengal, India, and Malaya. It spans a country from the Third Anglo-Burmese War and the consequent fall of the Kongbung dynasty in Mandalay through the Second World War to late 20th century. यह उपन्यास बर्मा, बंगाल, भारत और मलया में घटित हुआ था तथा तीसरे एंग्लो बर्मी युद्ध और उसके परिणाम स्वरूप मांडले में कोनबांग डायनेस्टी के पतन से लेकर द्वितीय विश्व युद्ध और 20वीं सदी के अंत तक की एक शताब्दी की घटनाओं को चित्रित करता है. Through the stories of a small number of privileged families, it illuminates the struggles that have shaped Burma, India and Malaya into the places that they are today. कुछ विशेषाधिकार प्राप्त परिवारों की कहानियों के माध्यम से उन संघर्षों को उजागर करता है जिन्होंने बर्मा, भारत और मलाया को आज के स्थानों में आकार दे दिया था. The Irish Trilogy is a work of historical fiction by Indian writer Amitav Ghosh consisting of the novels Sea Poppies First, Second River of Smoke, Third Flood of Fire. ये ट्रायलॉजी है. इस नाम से 3 पब्लिश हुई थी जिसका नाम है, पहला है फर्स्ट सी ऑफ पॉपीज 2008, रिवर ऑफ स्मोक 2011, फ्लड ऑफ फायर 2015 में प्रकाशित हुई थी. अ वर्क ऑफ post-colonial literature, the story is set across the Indian Ocean region during the 1830s in the lead up to the first opium war. It particularly focuses on the trade of opium between India and China. The series has received critical acclaim and academic attention for its historical research themes and ambition. A television series adaptation was announced to be in development in 2019. His next work, The Great Derangement, non-fiction writing है. Climate Change and the Unthinkable is a 2016 non-fiction book by Indian writer Amitav Ghosh discussing climate change. In it, Ghosh discusses the cultural depictions, history, and politics of climate change and its relationship to colonialism. Indian writer Amitav Ghosh delivered a series of lectures on what he perceived was the lack of coverage of climate change in contemporary fiction at the University of Chicago in 2015. He would later adapt the content of the lectures into it. His next non-fiction writing, In an Antique Land, is a 1992 book written in first person by Indian writer Amitav Ghosh, recounting his experiences in two Egyptian villages, attempting to retrace accounts of an unknown Indian slave, as well as a reconstruction of the life of a 12th century Jewish merchant in the area. It describes a variety of characters going into great detail regarding their lives and Ghosh interactions with them. Ghosh holds 2 Lifetime Achievement Awards and 4 honorary doctorates. Next point, in 2007, he was awarded the Padma Shri, सबसे बड़ा Padma Shri, one of India's highest honors by the President of India. In 2010, he was a joint winner along with Margaret Atwood. याद रखना, joint winner along with Margaret Atwood of a Dan David Prize. And in 2011, he was awarded the Grand Prix of the Blue Metropolis Festival in Montreal. Next point, he was the first English language writer to receive the award. In 2019, Foreign Policy magazine named him one of the most important global thinkers of the preceding decade. Most of Ghosh's work deals with the historical setting, especially in the Indian Ocean periphery. Please every point is important, so please note down and watch this video continue. How do you like this video? Please comment, like, share and subscribe. Thank you.